Cristo Rey podcast, the Cristo Rey podcast, coming at you. A podcast, Cristo Rey podcast, the Cristo Rey podcast. It's 2022. Welcome back from Christmas break. We hope you got some rest. But now it's time to start the second half of the year. Before we move forward, your host will take a look back at the first semester. I hope they'll say the AP US History midterm wasn't all that bad, but somehow I doubt it. Podcast, Cristo Rey podcast, the Cristo Rey podcast, right in your ears. Podcast, Cristo Rey podcast, the Cristo Rey podcast. Oh boy, here it comes.
Hey everybody, it's Jade. Welcome back to the Cristo Rey podcast, and I'm here with my co-host,
Ujwal,
Jalil,
Icy,
and today we're reviewing the first semester.
woo!
So everybody, how'd you feel about that? How did it go for you? Did you like it? Is there anything you want to change?
Personally, I think the first semester went really well. After the first month where the first month was a rough start, but after that it went really smoothly. First month had a lot of things because work wasn't going on, and the weeks were structured differently each time, so it was difficult to get used to a schedule. But after work started and things got a nice steady pace, it just went on really smoothly, and I feel like first semester went by really fast.
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree. I think first semester flew by. However, I don't know. I think that from like a senior perspective, first semester was honestly crazy. And I'm so glad that it's over because like with all the colleges and applying to colleges and letters recommendation and all the hoopla around that just really put a dent, or not really a dent. It just made first semester that much harder. But overall, it wasn't terrible. So yeah, I'm excited about the new things coming for like the yearbook and prom and things like that.
I know first semester must have been tough for seniors, especially because, like you said, because of the applying to colleges. But doesn't that put like a sense of anxiety in you? Because like you're about to be going to college. It's completely different from your high school experience and what we've heard from teachers. So, and it's also like the gateway to the working world.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's definitely I wouldn't say, I don't know. It makes me a little bit anxious to think about the fact that I am gonna like graduate high school and like now I get to decide what I'm gonna do with myself. But it's kind of exciting. I don't know. It's definitely a bit of anxiousness. It's just I don't know. I mean, you're right. I don't know. I really don't know. I think right now no one really does know how to feel about it. You just know that it's going to come regardless. And, around this time you're so pumped because we've been in school for what 12 years. So we're so pumped about like getting out. But it is kind of like a realization that like I don't know. I don't think it really has set it in that like we're about to be out of high school, I guess. Yeah.
Welcome back, Cougars. This is Mr. Patrick, and I hope you had a restful Christmas break with your family, friends, and loved ones. You accomplished quite a lot in the first semester. Outstanding athletic achievements, excellent first and second quarter grades. But the greatest triumph of all is how you continue to show compassion and care for each and every person in this school. I'm constantly impressed by your loving hearts, and I know you will carry that along through the remainder of the school year. Good luck to all of you in the second semester, and remember, we are better together. Viva Cristo Rey.
Well, for me as a freshman, my first semester was pretty good. Like, it did go by fast, and me, getting used to the school, getting used to the new curriculum, going to jobs and stuff like that. I think I've adjusted pretty well. when I started midterms and all that, like I was really scared and I didn't know like it's my first time doing a test like that. So I didn't know really what to look for, how to study and things like that. But I think I overcame it pretty well and, you know, did it really nice.
Oh, definitely. Do you feel like MEPS training at the beginning with work study prepared you for your first semester? Like as far as like working and work study and things like that?
My job was pretty laid back. Like I get my assignments and I get to go. But they did prepare me. Like it prepared me a lot. Like it was the turning point. I'm going into a job. I have a job. I have to be professional, business ready, like put together and all that. So I think that aspect is really good. The assignments that they give us, they're really nice. You know, it gives us something to do if we don't have work at our job. So I think it went good. How about you?
No, definitely. So my MEPS training was like 4 years ago. So I kind of remembered it. I remember this one thing specifically from my MEPS training. I remember who sat next to me, and I remember the first person I talked to because like it was my first day of like high school. But the one thing that like I always remember from MAPS training was it was this singer, or I think she was a junior at the time. She was the upperclassman, and her name was Lady Elizabeth, and she told me her biggest takeaway from being at Cristo Rey and her advice would be to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. And man, was that a word? Because she was really, I see now what she meant. Because like you're never going to really be content inside of such a steady movement school like Cristo Rey.
Yeah. How about you, Ujwa? How did you like it?
I don't remember much of my Max experiences. It was like 2 years ago. I remember I was assigned to Morehouse though. Well, what do you guys remember? What colleges or whatever the groups were? You remember what groups you're assigned to?
I don't know. I'm not sure. All I know is that I was in the art room. I was all the way upstairs, and the first person I think I met was Icy.
Yeah. So Icy, how was your MAPS experience?
I think it was fine though. It prepares you for some stuff. I think it's just common sense that has to do with it. Just being, just common sense in general, and then professionalism, obviously. But other than that, it was long. And then after that, I had to get another MAPS training because of the sophomores, they had MAPS after the freshmen as well. So I was in 2 MAPS training, and it was just like I already heard this information. But I guess it's helpful.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Hey guys, it is Rebecca, and I hope you guys all had a wonderful Christmas break and New Year's and so many more new goals and aspirations for the year of 2022. I also want to let you know that on January 24th, we have a deadline for service hours. So make sure you have at least 40% of your service hours complete by that deadline. For each class, you've had to have a total of, for freshmen, 2.5 hours in total, sophomores, 4 hours in total, and for juniors and seniors, it is 6 hours in total. And as you might recall, we also had a deadline November 1st of 2021, and that is where we had at least half of that already done. So do not be scared. Most of you already have most of that done. But if you need more service hours and you don't know where to go, Miss Saliba, the wonderful Miss Saliba, made a Google Classroom where you can have all the resources and a specific Google Doc where it says, where can I serve? And it shows a bunch of opportunities that you can sign up for. So make sure you check that out and have a wonderful time serving your community.
Do y'all think MAPS training prepared y'all for like Cristo Rey, like regardless of just the work? So you guys like prepared y'all for like just daily interactions? Because I feel like I know like being a freshman or like coming in new, I mean, I know from it wasn't necessarily an intimidating feeling, but it's just like a feeling of like the unknown. When I first entered high school, like I remember like feeling like I don't know what to expect. Do y'all think MAPS training prepared you more so for that?
Yes, I do. Like, one thing I can touch base on is that it prepared me for the level of professionalism. Like, I know other schools, they're like laid back and stuff like that, but Cristo Rey, you have to be put together, professional, all of that. Like, you have to be there. You have to do this. You have to do that. So it prepared me to be professional, I guess. Like, I don't really have another word, but it prepared me a lot. Like, going from COVID and then like just getting thrown into school again, it's different for like me, I guess.
I think that maps training didn't really help me even with interactions. But now thinking about it later on like this, I think that might actually have been a blessing in disguise. Because if the school made like things to icebreakers and stuff to make everyone get to know each other, or I wouldn't put as much effort into getting know people by myself, like using my own not motivation. I can't think of the word for it, but basically going up to people and be like, hi, introducing myself, etc., etc. And I feel like that has shaped me into a different person than what I would have been.
I get what you're saying. Like you feel like are you a person like has to like be made to talk to people in order to talk to people, or like that type of deal?
Yeah, I that's what I used to be like. I didn't really, because interacting with other people really made me feel nervous all the time. Like I used to think I'm gonna mess up, etc. But now I'm just like, it doesn't really matter that much. I might as well go do something. It's if you just keep thinking about your own flaws, you're gonna get nowhere in life. So I just push it down and go talk to someone. Plus, it's really helped me. Like I can tell that doing this has really made me have better experiences as a whole.
I definitely agree. Like I was in middle school, I just like didn't talk to anybody unless I was forced to. And in high school, like I guess I just came here and was like, okay, nobody's just gonna come up to me and talk to me. I have to go put myself out there. So that's why like I joined all my clubs and just was like, okay, I want to be somebody at the school. I want to do something. So I just have to implement myself and be here, I guess.
Calling all Cougars, this is Tiara from the Yearbook Committee with your yearbook announcements.
As we enter the second semester, the Yearbook Committee needs your help. We need any pictures you have of school activities or festivities from first semester. All are welcome and all ideas are heard. It also looks great on college applications. We're especially looking for upperclassmen to help out with previous year yearbooks. If you're just interested in doing one aspect of the book, we have committees in place just for this. Join Yearbook and make a difference in our school for generations to come. Let's go, Cougars.
I think that like even like now that I'm like in the middle, like thinking about where to go for college and things like that, whenever you're like switching schools, I think you should do like as a person, do like a rejuvenation or just more so like do like a rebrand of who you are, you know, the qualities that you like you can keep, the qualities that you didn't like you can, you know, not keep and just develop. I definitely think that that's needed for every area of your life. If you're going somewhere new, why go into a new season with the same clothes on? You know, y'all see what I'm saying?
That's a really good idiom. That is a really...
Thank you. I just now came up with that while I was sitting here. But for sure, how do y'all feel like COVID played a part inside of you guys' entire high school experience? Because you guys were talking about how you guys had to do maps twice. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, COVID really changed things because I did not know what I was doing very much last year. Here's semester one, and then semester two came, and I thought I'd be able to get the hang of it, but then COVID hit and everything changed again. So it was really hard to like juggle, I guess.
How do you guys think from first quarter to second quarter? How did you change? Like, did you switch up anything that you did in your routine?
Yes, I know I did. I I took class. So this is actually word of advice from a senior. Do not take Columbus State classes during the actual school year. It's not going to work. It's you can do it, but it's not the best thing to do. I wouldn't recommend it. Very stressful, 0 out of 5 stars. But that's what it was just hard to struggle with doing that, and then doing school during the first quarter. But during second quarter, I kind of took some time off work, which was like I took like Wednesdays off, and I strictly focused on getting all of my classes for Columbus State done, and then I spent the rest of the week doing like my regular homework. But yeah, I had to change my whole entire way of studying. I had to change like just how I even retain information from like different teachers, because I had like an actual college professor who was very different in the way that she dealt with her classes. So yeah, definitely for sure. How about you?
Well, I think it was good. Like, I changed the way I did my classes because I'm a very put it off person because I don't want to get too invested in something and then like stop and have to do it again and rethink about it. So like when I'm in class, I just try to focus on something else, get something else done instead of using my class time. So I was just like, let me get this done. If I have enough time, I'll get this done. If I have enough time, I'll get this done. So I didn't like just sit there and then be stressed later on. And yeah, I actually signed up for Earn Honors this the for the second semester, and I'm pretty excited about that. I wonder how it'll change my workload since I got on student council and like I have Earn Honors coming up. So kind of scared about that, but I feel like I'll make it work.
Hey guys, Alonga here. Are you interested in learning another language? Then you'll be interested in our first ever Cristo Rey French Club started by me. Email me, Alonga, for more questions. See you all there.
I was thinking, and I realized that so far, freshman, sophomore year for me, things haven't really changed going from first to second semester. It's just the different work and classes. But I feel like it'll change junior year for me because I really have to prepare for senior year, which is the entire time. Like, yeah, I gotta apply for colleges, a lot of things, a lot of clubs and stuff. I joined. Oh, right. The only thing different about my freshman and sophomore year, second semester, was track because I didn't really do clubs for the first semester. So I decided to join track. And I've been doing that since then. And I'll probably continue that. But I also want to join another club in the meantime because while track is fun and all, I feel like it's not enough for college. Like they'll see me run track and be like, okay, he does a sport, but is that it? So I'll probably join in at least one more club to add to my resume.
I think the only thing that changed for me is like the workload. I take a lot of honors classes and I take AP classes as well. So like the load of work, especially Mr. Corrigan class, it really like adds up. So if you get into the routine of just doing your work and just getting it done, it makes stuff really easy. Like at the beginning of the year, it was a lot, but then I got into the habit of just doing my work early and turning it in. Therefore, when it really comes, I don't really need to worry about it. So yeah, when you get into the habit of that, things gets more easy for you, I guess. But the only thing that's been hard for me is just the tests, just because I'm not a good test taker. So and studying, because I never really studied until this year, but this year I have been like studying a lot because I need to study now. So that's the only thing that changed for me. Everything else is the same.
I understand that AP classes, honors, everything really adds up. And I forgot about that completely when thinking about second semester. I took honors and AP classes last year. But and I'm doing the same thing too. I'm taking 2 AP classes and 1 honors for my junior year, and I'm unsure. I'm unsure if I should go into track uh, because of the immense workload, and then I got to do a sport on top of that. But I mean, I was thinking about it, but I did fine last 2 years. I think I'll do fine this year.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. I can definitely resonate with all of you guys, what you guys are talking about, especially with you, Ujwal, about like coming into like junior year and going hard. Think about being proactive in that and prepare for senior year.
Hmm.
Definitely wish I would have thought about that because junior year was when COVID happened for me. So I think that's what made it like super duper difficult. And the junior curriculum is I think it's like very rigorous. It's like the first. That's when you really are like an upperclassman. So I think that kind of just like shifts a little bit.
Hey everyone, Rebecca here again. Are you interested in science? Are you looking for a club to join? Then why not join Science Club, a club about science? Come to room 317 right after school on January 12th for the Engineering Egg Drop Challenge, presented by science majors from OSU. Any questions, contact Mrs. Bauman. Until then, stay sciencey.
How do you guys feel about being that this is like our first semester back really full time? Like even though we were back last year, we had to like have masks on and be super duper distant and stay in one room. This was like our first semester moving classes and being back like an actual school.
Personally, I like it compared to last year, but thinking about it, I did really good sophomore year. That was no, I mean freshman year when COVID first struck and we all had to go online, but it wasn't like it wasn't you had to go into Zoom classes. It was more like they gave you independent work and you really had to study on your own. I think I did very good with that sort of work, and I really excelled in those classes because I learned at my own pace. I know a lot of people struggled during that time because they really couldn't get into it, but I feel like I actually excelled during that time.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. I agree with you. I think that it's all about learning style. I think that people who excelled during COVID probably have like more of like a like they're able to be self-taught and like a lot of things, or they're able to be taught just differently in general. I think some people like thrive with like hands-on work and things of that nature, but I think that if anything, COVID really did show which people can. It really did expose people and their learning style, which style absolutely doesn't work for them, which style they're okay with, which style they work best at. So definitely, I think if anything, that's one thing that I think COVID did do, and I think that it should be. I'm glad that people were able to get this experience. I mean, especially like the freshman or the sophomore. I think I'm glad you guys are able to get like an actual high school experience at least.
Yeah, I think it would be hard going in with COVID, and I'm sorry that you guys had to. With the transition from 8th grade for me, I think it was like better since I wasn't like in COVID. So I think it went really smoothly. Like I wasn't in school and I am now. I can just get back in the groove of school and start my 4 years at Cristo Rey.
Hey everyone, Ava here. As many of you know, sophomore Spanish teacher Mrs. Terrell was offered an exciting career opportunity with the Department of Homeland Security. Leaving Cristo Rey was a difficult decision for her, especially in the middle of the school year. So before she left, she recorded a brief message. Let's listen in.
Buenos días o buenas tardes. Well, if you are listening to this message, it is because I already left and I'm probably hugging my parents and having so much needed family time before I start my new job. How was your winter break? Did you already forget all the Spanish you learned last semester? I hope you did not. At this point, I'm not sure if you already have a Spanish teacher. Open parentheses, I am recording this in the past, before the winter break, in the ballroom at 10:29 a.m. And you are probably killing it in your midterms right now. Oh gosh, I get so many details, nobody could deny I am a Spanish speaker, always giving tons of details about everything, and also because of my beautiful accent. Close parentheses. In any case, I hope the person leading your Spanish class is a fabulous person that can grow to love you and push you to be better every day. You might notice I left some lessons for you, so you don't forget about me that easily and your Spanish is on track, which is the important part. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a little encouraging message to start this new semester. You know, I'm not a big fan of the pep talks. And who knows, maybe if you are in my 6th period class, you are not even listening to this anyway. Just kidding, love you kids. However, here we go. Kill it. Do not dare to let your guard down. You can and you will conquer this wall. This is just the beginning. Take control and navigate this ship to the moon. And as a final note, don't forget to write down your homework and actually turn it in. Adios, kiddos, and happy new beginnings. See you around. With love from the past, Mrs. Terrell.
Before we end out, I want to go ahead and ask all you guys to give a... First, I want to have you guys do a benchmark quote, like a benchmark saying to yourself, or to... How about this? Since it's 4 of us from every single class, let's do a positive note to our class, letting them know that we can get through the rest of the year. What y'all say to that? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's start with the freshmen. All right, cool. You can just give like a quick little 1, 2, 1, 2. Y'all got it to the freshmen.
Okay, freshmen. I know it seems hard now, and I know like it will get harder in the future, but I believe that it will get better. Like, we're coming into high school and we're leaving out. We're going to leave eventually, and you can do whatever you want after high school, but please, please stay. You need your education. You need all of this that Cristo Rey is offering you, and you have a good opportunity. So please use it and stay and just make something good out of your time here.
Awesome.
For the sophomore class, I just do your work, honestly. Like, there's not really anything to add on top of that. Just do your work and stay focused. At the end of the day, the years are going by fast anyway, so high school is going to be done sooner than you know. So just do your work and focus on your grades and just take the opportunity that is given to you, because not a lot of kids get this opportunity. So
Ujwal?
I'd really say try your best, and then what happens. If you fail, you fail, and then failing is not as bad as you might think. A lot of people have a negative connotation with failing, but when you fail, you have so much more room to grow. Success is just success. You get stale off success. Failures really impact you. They temper you basically, and like steel, you get stronger with each blow you take. And yeah, I'd say the more you fail, as long as you keep getting back up, you'll just become better in every aspect. So now finish it off, Jaleel.
Yeah, for sure. Now, for the senior class of 2022, I'm going to say to start thinking proactive. I know that we're all caught up right now in like getting accepted to colleges, and we have all these big events coming up. I think I just want to start thinking proactive, think about the future, think about what we really want and what we expect, because we're only going to be able to drink what we pour out of life. So I just want us to start pouring into ourselves, and I challenge us all to just be the best we can be, especially for like right now during this time, for sure. So alrighty, and that has been another episode of the Cristo Rey podcast. Bye guys.
Bye.
Podcast. This was the Cristo Rey podcast. The Cristo Rey podcast. It came right at you. Podcast. This was the Cristo Rey podcast. It was the Cristo Rey podcast. Almost too good to be true. Hey, no one even mentioned the AP US history midterm. I guess it's because Emily and Nigel weren't here this time. I know those two would have complained.
Why would you give us such a long test? I mean, like, the regular US history teach, like, they got regular tests. Why? 3 hours? Come on, 3 hours? What's wrong with you? Like, that's so messed up. You're one of, like, the worst teachers ever.
Yeah,
like,
you
just, like, gave us, like, so much. We got 2 essays.